I got numb to it. Careless, overconfident, delusional. Thanks for the reminder. The weak always lose no matter what. That's the way it is.
I want strength! Overwhelming power brings people to their knees. The strong go into every situation with an advantage, while the weak quiver in fear or stand around helplessly. The weak get looked down on. Doesn't matter how smart, creative, or kind they are, the weak always lose! I always lose. My kindness never saved me, no. What I need now is true strength, and I am not gonna give up until I get it! I'll get stronger if it's the last thing I do.
When you're exhausted, when you're at your lowest, that's when you have to dig deep. Find that fire inside you and keep pushing forward. Ask yourself, what if I can do it? What if I can achieve the impossible?
No matter what it takes. Even if it means becoming a devil, I have to push past my limits. If I can't get through this, then I'll never become the Wizard King. Right here. Right now. I'm going to push past my limits! Give up? There was a time in my life when I might have given up, but that's all behind me now! I hate myself more than anyone else. I always try to get my act together, but I just end up running away or cowering in fear. I'm pathetic. I want to change. I want to be a capable individual.
Don't ever give up!
Don't ever give up. Even if it's painful. Even if it's agonizing. Don't try to take the easy way out. I'll never be a hero. I'm just an ordinary guy, and I've reached my damn limits!
Your limit? Who decides what your limit is? Instead of overthinking your setbacks, just focus on moving forward.
You may have invaded my mind and my body, but there's one thing a Saiyan always keeps. His pride! Ah!
Do I have no choice but to give up? No. If there's still a chance, any chance at all, I don't have what it takes to stand by your side.
As your exam proctor, I recommend you drop out.
You can recommend whatever you want, but it's my call. Clinging to a dream at my age might be pathetic, but whatever anyone here thinks about me, I'm risking everything. This whole life I've built to chase my dreams again!
Don't take any unnecessary risks.
Sorry, Ichigo, but I'm pretty sure this one is necessary. Everyone here, every one of my comrades put their lives on the line. I won't be the only one trying to save his own skin!
I was born into darkness. The odds were stacked against me from the moment I drew my first breath. But guess what? I didn't wait for the world to be kind to me. I risked everything to carve out my own path. Pain, suffering, the cost of victory. It's all part of the journey. You can either let life crush you under its weight, or you can stand up and make it your own. I didn't become who I am by staying safe, by running from fear. If you want a story worth telling, you have to put everything on the line.
I was a prisoner of my world, trapped behind walls that told me what I could and couldn't do. But I made a choice. I didn't wait for freedom to come to me. I fought for it. I risked everything, my life, my friends, my very humanity, because I knew that if I didn't take the risk, nothing would ever change. There's a price to everything worth having. And sometimes, to achieve freedom, you have to destroy everything that holds you back.
I started from nothing. Weak. Helpless. But I kept taking risks. Every time I faced an enemy stronger than me, I risked my life, knowing that with every battle I'd become something more. Growth doesn't happen by playing it safe. You have to push yourself, face the fear, and rise above the challenges. It's the risks you take that shape you into something greater. I didn't rise to the top by staying behind. I stepped into the unknown. You think you're safe by staying in your comfort zone? You're not. The world doesn't care about your excuses, and neither do the challenges ahead. Each step into the unknown is a test. A test to see if you're ready. A test to see if you're worthy of the power, the success, the life you say you want. When I started, I was nothing. Weak, powerless. But I learned something. Weakness isn't permanent. Fear isn't permanent. The moment you decide to fight back, to take risks instead of running, everything changes. Every dungeon I faced, every enemy stronger than me, I stepped forward not knowing if I'd survive. But I knew one thing. If I stayed still, I'd be the same. If you want to grow, you must risk destruction. You must embrace the pain, the failure, the possibility of losing everything. Because that's where power is born.
You're afraid, aren't you? Of what could happen, of what you might lose. I get it. I was afraid too. Afraid of the pain, of being alone, of fighting battles I couldn't win. But I learned something in the chaos. Fear isn't your enemy, it's your fuel. Every step I've taken, every swing of this blade, it's been a risk. I've walked into battles knowing I could die. But do you know what's worse than dying? Never living at all. You want a story worth telling? Then you have to face the darkness. Walk into the unknown. Bleed for what you believe in. Because the world doesn't remember the ones who stayed safe. It remembers the ones who risked everything and fought like hell.
Born with nothing, so what? I didn't let that stop me. I took every chance, fought every fight, and refused to back down. Because no one else is going to write your story for you. You think the risks are too big? Good. That means they're worth it. You're going to fall. You're going to fail. But every time you get back up, you're stronger. And every time you push forward, you're closer to the person you're meant to be. It's not about where you start. It's about how far you're willing to go.
Every decision I made, every risk I took, do you think it was easy? The choices that matter most are never easy. I risked everything. My name, my future, my family, for the greater purpose I believed in. The path of risk is not a straight line. It's a labyrinth of sacrifice, pain, and loneliness. But that's what makes it meaningful. The world will try to chain you with fear. But listen to me. Fear is not your master. It's a test. A test to see if you're worthy of writing your own story. Do you want to live in the shadow of what could have been? Or do you want to create something eternal? Take the risk. Write a story that even death cannot erase.
Weaklings cling to safety, fools cling to comfort. But warriors, we live for the fight. Every battle I've fought, every risk I've taken, it's brought me closer to the top. You want to stay in the shadows and hope for greatness? That's not how it works. You have to charge into the fire, knowing you might not come out the same. You think risks make you vulnerable? No. They make you unstoppable. Because every time you rise from failure, you become stronger than the person you were. This world doesn't reward the weak, and it doesn't wait for the hesitant. If you want your name to mean something, take the damn risk.
Scared of losing, scared of not being enough. I've been there too, but let me tell you something. Every time I face someone stronger, someone who could crush me, I smile. Why? Because risk is the only way to grow. You can stay where you are, comfortable and safe, or you can push past your limits. Take the leap. Fight the fight. Even if you lose, even if you fall, you'll come back stronger. Remember, greatness doesn't come from playing it safe. It comes from risking everything and giving it your all.